I'm really sad right now. This won't be the last video I make. I promised my grandma that I'm gonna do good things in the future. However, that one video she was in, she'll never be in another video again, unfortunately. She died at 84. That's too young in my opinion. I wanted her to be 104, 114, if possible. I heard of people living that long. It seems crazy, but it's true. This is the saddest video I'll ever make. This all happened so fast in one night. I was minding my own business on the computer, and my mom came down. I'm coming down right now. She's unconscious, and then I went downstairs. I'm like, Grandma, don't die on me. I need you. I love you. And then what happened? She kind of grunted and made some noises, and that gave me a little bit of hope that she would survive. When I was at the hospital and they told me she died, I fainted on the ground. This was my grandma, who I spent my entire life with. She'd done everything for me, and I'll never forget her. She was more than just a grandma. She raised me. My mom and my grandma were closest to me in my life. My dad was close too. He's just not as close to me as my grandma was. And I know not a lot of people would understand that, but my grandma spent so much time with me. She knew I was an only child. I grew up as an only child, and I was that kid that was always needed to do something. I never did chores or anything. I was that really playful kid that always was bored of something and always found something to play with, even though I had no siblings. And Grandma watched all these shows with me. She knew every single one of them and the characters and everything I liked. And then when I got older, I told her some of the ones I found more recently, online and stuff, and then I began showing her these movies when I got older, but she never was a movie fan, but she watched them with me. I made her watch an animated movie about chickens one time, and she never really liked chickens. She hated them, but she watched it with me, and I tried to get her, because I thought she would like the story, because the story is really inspirational, and for that movie, I'll do a review on it at some point. But, she did that for me, even though she wasn't. And I had so many goals to do. I just feel like some people would disagree and say that 84, people are going to be like, oh, she's 84 years old, that's so old, but I feel like that we still had goals in life. We still wanted to do stuff together. We spent so much time together in the past. We wanted to do stuff together. I hate crying on camera like this. My voice. You could tell. Everything looks blurry because this is my hand right here holding the thing. I'm just laying in the bed. It's not even my bed, this is her bed. I just want to lay here just because. sometimes I might go downstairs and watch TV. I live in a 3-story apartment, and the second and first floor was where she lived, and the third floor was where I lived. This was my whole life. When my grandpa died, my uncle moved in. Okay. Okay, I love you. Okay. I want you to.
I miss her too, Johnson. Maybe I shouldn't be around her because I'm still so crying.
We need each other. We need each other. It's okay. Can you please?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I love her. I'm gonna miss her so much.
I'm gonna miss her too.
I'll be back.
Okay. There's so many stories I have of Grandma. I was just talking to my mom. I love my mom so much. I love my grandma too. And Grandma, I know you're listening in heaven. I know that I'll always have you in my heart. Even though I can't hug you. Someday, when I go to heaven, my angel self, our angel self will be able to do stuff together. And I still have voice recorded in one of the videos. I'll have that forever. Hopefully. Hope YouTube doesn't take it down. I saved it on my computer. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you some more about her. She's done everything with me. My whole life. And this is where I lived my whole life. And I hope that I can live here my whole life. For those memories of her, because I'm gonna be an emotional mental case the rest of my life. She's all I had. I had no siblings, and we were kind of private people, and I never had, like, friends over or anything. I never even had that close of friends in school to come over to my house and stuff. We just had each other as a family. Me, Mommy, and Grandma were super close. I would give anything to be able to talk to her again. I just love her so much. I'm laying in bed here crying. Probably gonna end up falling asleep. And I'll tell you guys some stories about her later. Right now, I need a moment of silence for her.